Hey guys, so on today's video, I wanted to do something a little bit different. So as you can tell, I don't have on any makeup, y'all. So I'm looking a little rough, but we're gonna fix that because I'm gonna do my makeup while I do a story time. Now, I've seen a lot of beauty gurus do this kind of stuff, and I was watching a few, and then I was watching one about a girl and her encounter at a daycare, and I was like, oh my God, and it totally brought me back to the time where I had my first little encounter. So let's get into it. But first, let me go ahead. So normally what I do is I moisturize with Leming, but I put that on earlier today. So because I like to use it in the day and at night so that the moisturization can just like cook and boil and like marinate all up in the skin. You know what I mean? Ooh, I'm feeling a little rough. You know what? I probably need to shave the stash. So I'm gonna shave, and I also shave my face because I have age spots, as you can see, and I feel like when you shave the face and the mustache, I feel like if everything just goes on better. So let me go ahead and do that. I should have been prepared, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so now that my mustache is all shaved and now that I got my face shaved, now we can get into it. So what I normally do, like I said, is I put my moisturizer. Since I shaved, I think I put a little bit off, so I was prepared, so I'm going to go ahead and put it on now. But let's get into the story. So, and a little bit of this goes a long way, y'all, but I just love it because it's so like moisturizing. That's why it's called a moisturizer, right? Duh. So anyways, so it all started back when I was a wee little, maybe I was like 12 years old, right? And I grew up in a side of town that people like to call the hood or the ghetto. That's why I put up this little backdrop right here to play a little homage to my background, you know, where we grew up. So in the hood, you know, we used to like to call it like something like a little bit to make us sound a little bit classy. So we would call it low income housing, girl. That's the way that we fancied that up. I'm going to go ahead and spray some of my, I love this. My friend introduced it to me. It's called Shake and Glow Dew Mist, if you can see that. This is so good, guys. Like, this is so good. I love it. So let me just spray some of that on because I like to do that. Ooh, I kind of tasted it. Anywho, so one day, like, we didn't have no furniture out in the hood, so we would either sit on what we lovingly called the green thing, which I'll insert a picture, but it's basically like a green electrical box. I didn't know we could blow up if we were sitting on there, but when you're a kid, you know, sometimes ignorance is bliss. So we would either sit on the green thing or we would sit on this half concrete thing that we called the wall, right? And it had graffiti and stuff like that on it or whatever. When I was with Rich Lux, I was celebrating my 25th anniversary with my hubby, and he bought me this and a few other things for my wedding anniversary, which I thought was so cute. So this is the new Dior palette. Is so cute. So what I decided to do is I'm going to use this little lipstick, or maybe even a blush. Maybe the blush, I'm going to put some under here to try to color correct until my color correcting stuff comes in. So anyways, so I was sitting on the, I can't even take this out. So I was sitting on the wall, and I grew up around, it was mainly African American neighborhood. And so this one of my friends, she was on the wall with me, and for some reason she had like a little fake little pom-pom, and she was like pretending to dust the wall, which I was like, okay, do you, girl, like, you know. And I'm using this as a, oh, it has a, duh, it has a mirror. So I'm gonna use a mirror. So anyways, she was using the wall to like, she was sweeping the wall with this little fake little pom-pom, pretending to dust or whatnot. And I was just sitting there. I don't know what was up with me that day, but it was just not my day. Like, it must have been that my mom was being cray, or maybe we didn't have food, which was a common occurrence. And my blood sugar was low, maybe, I don't know, but your girl was a little bit in a bad mood. So I was just sitting there, like I was just quiet, which is not normal for me if y'all know me. Anywho, I was there quiet, minding my business, looking at everybody go about their day. Decides to just, like, brush me on my arm with her fake little duster, right? And I was like, stop, like, why are you doing that? It's so not necessary.
What was the reason? I had a reason. What was the reason? I had a reason. What was the reason?
So, now I'm gonna apply my foundation, which y'all all know I love the, Estee Lauder. The name is like, I use it so much. I swear,
What are you talking about?
I just use this to cover up all of my imperfections. Let me use that mirror again. Thank you, Rich Lux. Your gift is coming in handy. So, anywho, and I use this to cover up my age spots, which once I get that color corrector, I'll be able to use it on my age spots. So I was like, oh my God, I need this stuff. So anyways, for now, I just use my little, my little foundation. Yeah, that blush under the eye, it kind of worked, but I could still see, through. So we're just going to go ahead and we'll need to work on that. Next video, guys, y'all need to check it out. Anywho, so I told her to stop, and she stopped for a little bit. But then, like, I don't know what it was. I guess that she saw that she was, like, bothering me or whatever. So she decides to do it again. And I was like, oh, girl. So then I tell her, like, stop, like with a more stern, like maybe she'll get the picture kind of, thing. So she kind of smirks or whatever, which really bothered me. And I was like, oh, girl, please. But I didn't think nothing of it. I was like, do your thing, girl. Do your thing. And so I'm just still sitting there. And then finally, she comes up and she gets the duster, which is a little miniature pom-pom that you get at like pep rallies and stuff, and shoves it in my face. Girl. I lost it at that point. I was like, oh, hell no.
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no.
What in the world do you think? Like, why would you think that you could do that to me? And like I said, it wasn't my day already. So, calmly and collectively, I hopped my little happy butt off of that wall. And she was already standing at the wall. And I just start to defend myself. And I was just like, oh, so then we just went and we just started going at it, right? Like I was just like, boom, 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 boom. And it was crazy. And this was my first fight like ever. Oh my God, I forgot to do my eyebrows. Dang it. Girl. See, talking about all this drama and I forgot to do the brows. So I used the Anastasia eyebrow. It's called eyebrow pomade. And I used the ebony because I got black hair and I got black eyebrows. So anywho, so we just start going pop, 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 right? Popping off. And it seemed like if it was a long time, but honestly, when you're fighting, squabbling, the way that they would call it, when you're squabbling, it'll seem long, but it's not really long. You know what I mean? Let me do this off camera, so I'm going to take this off. So I went ahead and did my eyebrows off camera because I need to concentrate when I do these things. If y'all want to see me do a video on how I do my eyebrows, then y'all just tell me in the comments. But for now, I did them on camera so that I could concentrate on the story because I already have a chaotic mind when it comes to telling stories. Anybody who knows me knows about that. So anyways, where was I at? Oh, so we're fighting, right? And I'm thinking I'm doing pretty good. So then a whole bunch of our friends come and they're like breaking us apart or whatever because I guess like, you know, we were done or whatever. I thought I did a good job and my friend was like one-on-one because sometimes, you know, it would happen to where people would get in is what they call it. Like when you get in and you're not supposed to, it's supposed to be one-on-one. Like we don't believe in jumping in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like you fight one-on-one. So anyways, so, they pull us apart or whatever. And as they're pulling us apart, like, I'm like, ooh, I won. Because I could see she's, like, marked up and stuff and, you know, stuff like that. And I could see where I thought I did good, right? I thought I did good. And so then, as they're pulling me away, she kind of, like, kicks me, like, barely taps me on my shin, right? I don't know why this is not closing. So she barely taps me on my shin. And, I was like, whatever, like, you know, that's the only hit you're gonna get, girl. So she does that, and I'm just like, okay. And then we break up, whatever. And then I went inside because I was like, I ain't got time, you know.
I ran for my life, and then the smoke got me. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that.
You know? I'm using this lip liner. I don't even know what it's called anymore because, as you can see, there's no more writing on it. So I don't know what it's called, but it's this color. So I like that color, whatever it's called. Anyways, let me do this off camera because when I'm lip lining, I ain't gonna be able to talk. So let me do that and come back. So I went ahead and did my whole lips off of camera because, just like I said before, it would be hard to talk when I'm doing my lips, but I went for a red lip. You know, I've been feeling the Selena vibe lately. I don't know if you've been seeing on my Instagram. Go check it out if you haven't. But I'm just feeling the Selena vibe. Even on my TikTok, like I've done several, just because some people say like, oh my God, you look like Selena. And I'm just like, I don't feel worthy of that, but thank you so much. So I did an homage to her too. So go check that out on TikTok, vanluke.7 if you haven't already. So anyways, I go inside the next day, right? So I go outside and then they're looking at me kind of funny, right? I'm like, whatever. They just mad that their friend got beat up. That's what I thought, right? So then I go over there and I'm like, let's see what they got to say. Let's see what they got to say. And so I go over there to the green thing because that's where they were. And I'm like, so what'd y'all think about yesterday, right? And they're looking at me like, oh, the fight that you won. And I'm going like, what? Like, I know you lying. Like, what? And so I'm like, you mean the fight that I won? And they're like, no, she won. And I'm like, what? On what planet? Like, are you for real? So I was like, why are you saying that? Oh, and I always contour my chin because you got to do a little something to hide that double chin. So when you contour, it kind of hides it a little bit. So I just put some of this. So then this is what they tell me. And this is where I was just like, are you for real? So what they tell me is, is that the reason that she won is because she got the last lick. What? Like on what? So let me grab my lashes right quick. So, you know, honestly, I was just like, is this even a thing? Like, is this a thing? Like, I don't know. Y'all tell me in the comments if y'all have heard of this before, because I had never heard of that before. And I grew up in this neighborhood. Like, I grew up in this neighborhood. Never heard it once in my life. So I don't know if it was a thing, or I don't know if they were making it up or what. I don't even know. I was like, I ain't never heard of that. I just told him straight up, like, I ain't never heard of that. And then, so my friend comes around the corner, right? And I'm like, girl, do you hear this? And she was like, hear what, girl? I was like, they're saying that I didn't win. And she was like, because she was like very loud and opinionated. She was like, my girl won. My girl won. My girl won yesterday. She was there throwing chingazos. And I was like, I know. So anyway, she was like, she won. And they were like, no, she didn't, because got the last lick. So she was like, the last lick? What? One down, one to go. So anyways, she was just as shocked as I was. She was like, the last lick? I was like, yeah, girl, that's what they're saying, the last lick. So I was like, you know what? Who is saying this? Who? Who? Right?
Who? What are you, now?
Right? Her older sister. So I was like, oh, okay. I was like, where they at? Over there on her stairs. So I was like, okay. So I go over there, right? Sure enough, I saw him sitting on the stairs, right? Both of them. So I went over there and I was like, so I heard you said that won because she got the last lick, right? And she looked at me and she was like, she did win because she did get the last lick.
Excuse me, bitch?
Girl, they believe it. They believe this thing. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm going to have to get the last lick then with the both of you. Girl. Let me put on this lash right quick. And I don't even know how I did it, but I was like standing like a step down and I just started going poof, 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 poof. Like one would see, and I'm not even left-handed, right? So I don't even know how I did that. So I was just like poof, poof, poof. Now, here's the thing. So their mama, right? Like there was a big old thing in like the hood, the projects, you know, whatever you want, low-income housing. Like the stairs were concrete, right? With metal, like a metal base. So whenever you would like walk on them, you could hear inside, like you would hear boom, boom, like you could hear the footsteps, right? So a big thing for the moms that lived upstairs was like, don't be stepping on my stairs if you ain't supposed to, right? If you ain't coming to see me or whatever. Then all of a sudden, I hear the door opening, so I jump back. So she opens the door and she goes, what in the hell is going on out here? Just like that. And so she's looking, and then I'm looking at them because I'm like, oh, they're going to tell on me. And then they mama's going to come over here and whip my butt, right? So I'm just like, oh my God. So I'm just looking at them in fear, like, are you going to tell? Like, I just was like trying to keep my cool so that she wouldn't know. And I just look at them, and then they looked at each other, and then they looked back at their mom, and they said, nothing. I was like, ooh. So then I was just like, okay. She goes, well, stop making noise on my stairs. And she slams the door, right? So then we're just sitting there like, and it's all awkward, right? Because we're just sitting there like, they're sitting there, I'm standing there like looking at them like, well, what do I do now, right? And so then, I just looked at them and I didn't think what else to say except, who got the last lick now? I don't even know why I said that. Like, that's crazy, right? But anyways, I hope that you like this look. So, if you have heard of the last lick, let me know down in the comments because I'm like, what? I got the last lick. Like, what in the, like, oh, girl. Oh, I forgot one thing. So, I forgot I was going to use this, lip, so Rich got me some things like to try, and one of them was this Dior Addict Lick not lick. See, for talking about the last lick, lip maximizer. And so I wanted to try that because you gotta have some big old lips, you know, and you gotta maximize them. You gotta prep your lip. I should have put this before. Maybe I'll do this for the next video because you gotta prep. Gotta get your lips prepped if you want a hat. No, I'm just kidding. And plus I can't even open it, but I don't think that the product would go underneath my lips for me to be able to use it. Man, now that's gonna be in my head. Got to get your lips prepped if you wanna. No wait, yeah, get your lips prepped if you wanna have. Oh my God, it's so little. Well, I'm gonna put some on just in case, but I hope that y'all like that little story time. What do y'all think? I mean, do you think I won? Because in the first place, she didn't even get no hits in. Like, she was just, I remember seeing it in slow motion and she was like, you know, like that, like getting like, and she was swinging, but she was like, one of the secrets, y'all, is you need to keep your eyes open when you're fighting. Like, you can't be closing your eyes. And I had my eyes open, and so, I don't know. In my opinion, I won the first time, and I won the second time. And, but I don't know. So, anyways, you tell me what you think. Have you heard of the last lick? Like, oh, she got the last lick. Like, I got the last lick. I should make merch saying that. I got the last lick. Like, who even says that? Is that a thing? Y'all need to tell me. Y'all need to tell me if this is a thing, because I still don't know. To this day, and I'm already 41 years old, y'all, and I still don't even know if getting the last lick is a thing. And so now my kids, to mess with me, like, you know, they'll be like joking around or whatever, and they'll be like, I got the last lick. They just bother me. And they know that it messes with me, and that's why they keep saying it. So, let me know what you think about this look. And thank you all so much for everybody who came from Rich Lux's channel, because you saw me over there and you fell in love with me. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all so, so much. And I'm so, so grateful, guys. We hit 8,000 subscribers. Woo-hoo. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. And I hope you have a great day. I'll see y'all next video. Bye. Oh. And don't be talking to me about no, I got the last lick in the comments either. Because you just upset me. Watch, now you're gonna do it. I already know. All right, bye guys.